Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Line, and for today's video number 178, I was thinking about one of my favorite places to go when I was younger, years ago, and that was like around like 10, 11 o'clock at night, I think, or maybe even towards midnight. I don't even remember what time it was open, but I know places weren't open that late, and if you ever felt like you needed to get some inspiration, you're like a creative person like me, you wanted to go somewhere and or just go out, leave the house, and just go somewhere and find something to be amused. And for me, that place was Tower Records. I don't know if you guys had a Tower Records near you, but in New York, it was a music store. That was, I think, its main attraction, but Tower Records was also cool because inside of it, it also had music that you could purchase. And I thought it was a really awesome place. I wish it was still around. Just that the internet came along and, I don't know, I guess people started getting MP3s. No one wanted to buy records or cassettes or CDs or anything anymore. So, of course, logically makes sense. But the place also sold books and magazines, so you had your choice of things that you could go and get. And so it made me think, again, it's partial nostalgia, but it's also partial, as a creative being, it's nice to, just go on the internet and find things that I like and do those things. But let's say you want to go out and hang with some friends. Your only options these days are to go to a diner or to go to a coffee shop. And I think it would be sort of cool if instead of doing that, we just had a new place. So I was thinking, it would be cool if somebody out there could create for us, people who are like me that also like Tower Records, a Tower Diner. So we could call it Tower Restaurant. And so the cool thing would be that the whole restaurant would be themed in different locations, different parts of the diner would have different music. So let me just draw an overhead, or maybe not do an overhead. Let me do not even an isometric drawing. So we've got a level. So this is our main level, and I guess in the back would be cooking area. So bam, 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 bam. Then as soon as you come in, maybe there would be a place for music. And as you come in, or not even a place for music, maybe this would be stairs. So this would take you to the next level. But in this front area, you could have jazz. And then on this side, you could have hip-hop. And then if you went upstairs, whoops, should have put that on a different level. If you went up another level, not that I'm not 100% sure that people want to listen to dubstep, but we could have dubstep. And since we're taking the stairs, then you can have one section that's just for rock. And yeah, pardon me if I'm totally eliminating some music types, but whatever I could fit in this quick illustration. So anyhow, you'd be able to go into each of these areas and just grab yourself a table with some friends, go and get yourself a booth seat, boop, 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 and just listen to some music. I had another idea that would be sort of cool, and I'm putting music all around these areas. In actuality, I guess another idea what we could do is, instead of doing that, is we could make our restaurant. So again, we got our area back here for cooking. So workstations, and then the doorways to come out. Boom, boom, and then you have your groups of tables. So I'm not sure how big this joint will be and how much space we'll actually have, but dun 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 dun. So, but yeah, maybe they should all be booths or have like a certain seating or specialized seating. So what we could do is, in video games, people who play video games professionally, and some people who just want to have better seating in their homes at their computers, they have a new type of chair, and it's sort of shaped something like this, with armrests. I don't know if we really need armrests, but anyhow, the reason why I'm showing you this is because inside the head piece is speakers. So we can put speakers in there, boom, boom, boom. So whoever sits down, when they're sitting at the table, they could, I guess with a tablet or whatever that's at the table, choose the music that they like. You know, select, bam, and then anyone else who's at the table, they could also join in and listen to the music as well. So if they decide they all want to listen to different music, they can all have different music, and then at any point in time, they could change the music. And this little music selector screen would also be used to order food. So that would be sort of cool. So the cool thing about Tower Records was not only did it have music and did it have books, but also had toys and magazines. There was like cool artwork hanging from the walls. So let me go and do a quick sketch here. So like when you were inside Tower Records, you had this like wall of magazines and records. So I don't know if it was like a couple of levels here of books and stuff. So I'm sure you guys have been in a magazine shop, record store. So, and let's say there was like music, so there'd be like a little area over here so you could put on headphones. Boop, boop, boop. And then you could listen to some music, and it would have like a little controller so you could listen to it. But now everything is on MP3, so you don't have to worry about CDs, so it's less work. So yeah, so in our the rest of this thing is, let's say there'd be like a table nearby, and there'd be little action figures and stuff. So it was like cool if you want to see toys and models, things like that. All stuff related to geekery. It was really cool. And then on the top, above all the racks of magazines, there was these cool pieces of artwork. Yeah, that was there. And sometimes it was just artwork, and sometimes it was recreations of music albums based on local artists. I don't know if they sold them or what, but I thought it was always so cool just to walk in and be surrounded by all this artwork. So yeah, continuing on. So inside our restaurant, so let's say we've got like people sitting down, boo, boo, boo. And let's just say they've got like special ear things hanging from the ceiling, so everybody gets like their own music without having to actually wear anything. But like nearby, you'd have like local artists, but with like really, wild looking artwork, or it could just be, some really nice looking art. But either way, it's very pop culture art, modern art, whatever you want to call it. But really cool. So that would be awesome. And instead of waiters, we still have waiters, but everything would just be done on the tablet on the table. So you could just choose your music, choose your food, and check out art info. So whatever artwork would be up on the walls, you could like, just go through little screens. Let me make another screen here. Bloop. So let's say there was like a piece of art. So let's say it's the hanging one up here. And then the tablet could tell you like artist's name and price. So if you wanted that piece of artwork, you could get it. I'm totally lowballing this piece of art because it's a huge piece of art. It's probably really good. $100 is not enough. But then you can give like a bio. Anyhow, and then I think that would be pretty cool. And maybe while you're there, maybe we could even have like, maybe the artwork isn't even like real physical art, like painting pieces, or maybe there'd be a section for that, but maybe the artwork could be on an HD TV, and we just turn it sideways. And the cool thing is, just like as I was mentioning before about magazines and books, maybe, because Tower Records was a place for people who wanted to go and find out about different interests, maybe they could look up something on the tablet. So I'm doing like a magnifying glass for the tablet, so they would look on here, and then whatever they searched for, they could pop it up on the big screen here. So whoever was sitting here, if they're in a group, all chilling out, and they're all talking about music, or they're all talking about artwork, or video games, or whatever, whatever it is they're interested in, would go up on the big screen. And so, of course, they would only hear it, whoever is sitting in these seats. Because they'd have sort of directional sound going into their ears. And they'd all be having a great time. Yeah. Cool. And then, I don't know, I guess we could even think about putting games together. One of the cool things these days is, especially I guess if they got like a NVIDIA Shield, I think that's what it's called. You could have like a console connected to your TV, and it would be connected to your phone. And so I guess you could have like some app games, or just have like a controller that would be used by your phone. So you wouldn't have to ever worry about touching someone else's germs with controllers at a restaurant or something like that. You would just use your phone to control the game, and play some games together using your phone. So you can have like a split screen driving game. And that'd be so cool. Yeah. Powered by NVIDIA Shield. Alright. So yeah, so that's my idea. I think that if we could get a 24-hour Tower Records inspired restaurant, that'd be so dope. You could go there at any time and just chill out, have something to eat, get a vegan meal, get a Chinese meal, get a, Japanese meal, get your non-vegan meal, whatever. Just go there, have a coffee, have some breakfast, whatever, and just chill out. I thought it'd be so cool. And not only would it be a piece of nostalgia from, those who like Tower Records, but now you're just bringing the whole thing back, making it available for anyone who wants to be creative late at night or during the normal business hours, and just going somewhere where they can look up creativity and share creativity with friends or business partners or whatever. I mean, that's pretty cool. Go to a restaurant and being able to look up something on, the big screen there, instead of having to just like bring your laptop. Unless, of course, it's like confidential information, then you bring your laptop. But, if it's just something you could look up on the computers there, boom, you could share it. Anyhow, that's my video for today, video 178. That's news for now. If you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, or maybe you want to build this Tower Records Tower Restaurant, let me know. That'd be dope. I'd be glad to be a part of that. Alright, speak to y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.